Hello crafters, this is Julia and I'm back with the final part of my mini coloring series featuring this stamp by Gorgeous, and today we're going to focus on the hair. Not the best part of this card, but I thought I'd show you anyway. So if you recall, we started out with this image that I stamped onto watercolor cardstock. The image is by the company Gorgeous, and I'm using polychromos pencil to color her in. This is the skin, what we did in the very first lesson, and at first it looked rather dark, but once we started to color her dress, the contrast to the dress and later on to the hair will actually make up for that, and the skin won't be as dark as you think. Now, since we're talking about hair, I thought I'd also show you how I colored the cat. The difficulty here is that my own cat is totally black, so I don't really have a reference point because it's all just black. But I'm starting with my black pencil here, and I'm just putting a few strands of hair into the area of the cat where I think it would be darkest. I'm going a little bit off screen here, that's why I'm having this jump, I apologize. But what I did was simply layering on different shades of gray on top of this black. Now in the second layer, I'm coming back in with the very same colors, and I'm just intensifying the color here a little bit. And I'm deciding how far out I'm going to pull this black, or if I only want to shade it a little bit. And I decided to actually pull it out as much as I had before. Now I'm coming in with different shades of gray, and I think I would have done better here if I would have done shorter strokes, especially on her face. But that's something that you can only figure out afterwards. But notice that I leave a lot of white space, especially on her hind leg, if that is even the correct description, because I need that highlight later on for the dimension. You can see here when I come back in with my black, only to intensify the shadow areas, that leaving some of the areas white actually helps to create the dimension, that it really looks as if she is tucking her leg under. Now on to the girl. I had actually wanted to make her a brunette, but somehow I picked the wrong colors, so that's why her hair looks really funny. Also, I'm having a lot of trouble coloring hair because I'm not quite seeing it yet. Where is the highlight, where's the shadow? There's actually a specific class by Kit and Clowder that just deals with skin and hair, and I'm still taking that class. I haven't finished that class yet because I keep practicing. I'm not happy with the results that I'm getting most of the time. So what I'm showing you here is how I did this, and you can see where I put in highlights and then where I put in shadows. But I do not consider this gospel, because I'm not sure that this is right, from the perspective, where the light hits and where the shadows are. I'm really not sure that this is right. So, but I wanted to show you this just so you have the coloration of the entire image. And once more, I'm coming in on my second layer here, intensifying the colors by applying a little bit more pressure. And you can see that, if I would have had a lighter brown and not a yellowish color, it probably wouldn't have looked that weird. It really looks weird. And I feel with hair, it's okay if it looks streaky, it's okay if there are some white spots in between, because you can just treat this as a super highlight. On her, I don't know how that is called in English. On the other parts of her hair, I'm actually just applying one layer of color. I'm not even applying 2 layers of colors. You have to decide for yourself, if you find that in smaller areas you get good results with the first layer and you're happy with it, there's not even a need necessarily to add another layer of color. But that is something that you have to decide in the very situation when you're coloring. I actually came back with a white pencil and tried to add some highlights here and to smooth out the color and mute the yellow a little bit because it was really weird. But, that's how it turned out. And that, in the end, is the final image that I colored in those 3 lessons that I showed to you. I hope you've enjoyed the series. Your feedback so far has been amazing. And I've actually recorded some more mini coloring series with Copic markers and with other mediums, because I think you guys are enjoying these step-by-step instructions. So let me know what you think about this. To finish up the card, I added some sequins and seed beads by Pretty Pink Posh. These are tiny iridescent stars and seed beads that I just attached across the card. And on the inside, it's a sentiment by Purple Onion Designs. And I put this on the inside because I didn't want to distract on the outside from the coloring. Thank you so much for watching and for sticking with me throughout this series. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll catch you again soon. Bye bye!